All right, everyone, we are joined today by Donovan Kaufman. If you have questions for Donovan, go ahead and put them in the chat. We will start with Jordan Hill.
Donovan, I want to go to the off season when you entered the transfer portal. What was it that sort of stood out about Auburn, and how much did your relationship with Coach Mason really play a factor in you coming here?
Well, what stood out about Auburn was mainly I was closer to home and I wanted to stay in the SEC, so that played a big role. Also, football is important here. My relationship with Coach Mason definitely played a role. I look at him as another father figure. So,
All right, next question for Justin Hokanson.
Hey Donovan, you know this defense pretty well, obviously with your experience with Derek Mason. How would you assess the things that went well and maybe that didn't go well in that game against Penn State, especially from a coverage standpoint? What are you? I mean, you know what needs to happen. So what do you think went well, and what are some things that you're just going to have to adjust to?
well, we played well all night, but it only takes 3 plays to get a drive going. That's really what happened to us. So it's just minor things that we have to clean up. We'll definitely get it fixed though.
Next question from Tom Green.
Hey, Donovan, kind of going off of that, just with your familiarity with Coach Mason and having played in his defense, just after that game at Penn State, how have you seen him kind of respond and kind of adjust to some things that you guys need to clean up in the secondary?
Well, Coach Mason's always the same guy. I mean, he knows what has to be done. He's been doing it for years. So his response is, we just got to be better, clean up technique, little things, really. Once we get that back down, I mean, I really look at this and also the see as a learning point for us. So this was a great loss, if you would say. I'm happy it got done earlier rather than later, so we know what we have to work on.
Just a reminder, if you have questions for Donovan, go ahead and put them in the chat. Next question is from Mark Murphy.
Hey, Donovan, talk a little bit about the strategy, what you guys are doing in the secondary. It looks like you let folks throw underneath, you not get beat deep. Right now, you guys are last in the country in pass percentage defense. You've given up nearly 80%.
Yeah, well, we have a top-down mentality, but like I said, further is the zone concepts that we run. We just have to clean up the underneath coverage. We can all do better. Just getting to our drops.
Do you feel comfortable playing more than one position in the secondary? And then what's your best spot, you think?
Yeah, I do feel more than comfortable playing more than one position, but I mean, wherever coach need me at, that's where I'm gonna play. I'm just really here to win, so whatever it takes, I'm just hoping to get the job done. Whether it's at safety, a nickel, if I get moved the corner, like I'm playing football. I'm just trying to win.
Thanks.
All right, follow up from Jordan Hill.
Donovan, we've seen you contribute on special teams so far in these first few games. I know you did that at Vanderbilt too. Just how important is that to you to be involved in special teams and try to help the team?
That's real important to me. Special teams is more, well, not more important, but it's equally important as offensive defense. It can really change the swing of a game, change momentum. So special teams for me, that's a real high part of my game. I take pride in special teams. So I do love being on special teams, and I hope that maybe I could take one to the crib soon.
Next question from Alvaro Torres.
Hi, Donovan. I hope you're having a great day. Well, you have the second best run defense in the nation, allowing an average of only 42.3 yards per game. However, you are allowing an average of 207 passing yards per game. What would you say there is such a big difference in those categories, and what do you have to do to improve upon it?
Well, the first thing is you have to stop the run, and we obviously been doing a good job of that, and that's credit to the D line and the two linebackers we have, probably the best two in the nation. As far as the pass, like I said, it's just really cleaning up simple things. It's not really a lot. We know what we have to fix, so it's really not going to be as hard. But I do look forward to cleaning up those things, and it's also early in the season, so we have a lot of time left. So it'll definitely get better.
Next question from Jason Caldwell.
Donovan, what did you learn about this team Saturday night in that environment, the way you guys responded? What did you learn, and what's kind of been the mentality since you guys got back
Well, one thing I did learn is that nobody quit. I love this team because, like, even though we were in situations, I always felt like we were in control of the game. And I feel like I know that my teammates felt like that also. It was a tough loss, but I mean, like I said, it just taught us a lesson. And all it's gonna do is bring us closer together as a team, and we'll be stronger when we get down late in the road, when we get to more games like that, because we will have more games like that, especially playing in this conference. So it's gonna be a great lesson.
When you watch your teammates on offense running the ball, that physical mindset you guys have to deal with in practice, does that carry over when you see those guys kind of grinding out yards and doing that? Is that kind of a mindset that permeates through the team?
Of course, I think we have the best backs in the nation too. I honestly feel like we have a great team, and I'm really just looking forward to playing more games. But the mentality of the offense, I think the offense played exceptionally well. But like I said, it's just a few big plays that could really change a game. And playing at a place like that, the crowd on each side, which I don't really think the crowd was a big factor, at least for the defense. I can't speak for the offense. I'm sure it was loud for them. But I love the offense. I love their mentality, and just you can tell from when we practice against each other, good on good, those guys, like, everything carries over. It all starts at practice anyway.
Next question from Mark Murphy.
Donovan, are you expecting a different type of offense this week? Notice Georgia State only threw the ball 12 times in the last game.
Yeah, I'm expecting for, really, we have to be expecting for anything, because you never know. You may see things on the game that you haven't seen on film all week. I know they run some option. I see, looking at film, they take some shots on the outside. So we really, really just expect for anything. They have some good running backs. They have some good receivers. They have a quarterback that's capable. They have a good O-line. So it's going to be a good game, and we do look to get in their best.
All right, time for a couple more. Next question from Brian Matthews.
Hi, Donovan. I know this is not really your area, but what do you think as a defense y'all can do to rush the pass a little bit better going forward?
I think that the D-line, they'll get better every week. Technique is really the answer to everything, to be honest. But I think the D-line we all know that they're capable of doing it, and they will do it weeks coming on. So they will get better, and I'm confident that they will. So.
Anything else for Donovan? All right, thank you, Donovan. Appreciate your time.
Appreciate y'all.